I'm mad at Batman.
Hello?
Who are you?
Everything led me here. To you. You're the boy from the circus.
You got no place to hide. And I'm feeling like a villain, got a hunger inside. Nowhere to hide from all of this.
Please. Can you help me?
Madness, madness.
Where's Batman? Fuck Batman.
There's something evil inside of me.
You're scared. I get it. But you can control it. You don't know what I've become.
Sometimes, when I feel the darkness, it feels good. My mom says there's no such thing as monsters.
I used to think that. I was wrong.
Madness, madness.
What's up, Universe, and welcome back to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to Comic Universe, guys. I'm your host, as always, C-Dubs, right along with my boy Mikey here. And guys, we are coming to you today because it's out. The trailer for Titans is out. I know this is a little late, but hey, man, we've all been kind of busy here at the Universe, at headquarters. But I will say that this trailer has seemingly, to a certain degree, divided us here at headquarters. We have Deadpoolzilla on one side just totally going bonkers on how it craptastic it looks. And then we have Jay, who's on the other side, that's like, oh, it looks interesting, it looks not too bad. And me, I'm just kind of right in the middle, where I'm hopeful. I'm so hopeful. But I gotta say, I'm not feeling what we're looking at. So as we all have seen already, this is definitely a darker, grittier version once again. And again, we're okay with dark and gritty if done right. You need some light to shine through the shadows. Okay, through the darkness. You need that light. You need that hope. You need to be able to find your way through that darkness. And it doesn't seem DC understands that, at least in the movie sense. The comic books, they're fantastic. Especially ever since Rebirth, if you ask my opinion. But Warner Brothers and this whole DC streaming service just does not seem to get it at all. If this is what they're delivering us. Now, I remember back when those still shots of all the costumes. Now, the first three we got, Hawk, Dove, and Robin, in their actual suits. We were all like, okay, this looks good. I'm feeling it. I'm liking it. I can get behind this. And then we got the next three, Beast Boy, Raven, and Starfire. And let me tell you, man, did it look like a heaping pile of dog turd. Like, it was steaming with those big hairy flies flying around it. It was disgusting. And then even here in the universe, we were split down the middle on some of those photos too. Some of us were like, oh man, she's just wearing that wool coat, that fur coat, because it's cold. That's what they're wearing in between shots. That's just their civilian clothes. And then I was like, I'm not feeling that. I don't think that's what it is. I'm telling you, that's what she's going to end up looking like, at least for in the here and the now. And I want to say this, that even if it's even 10 minutes she's in that outfit, and then some people are like, oh, she's going to a costume-themed 70s party. Fine. Okay, there was a lot sexier wear to wear in the 70s. Like, people in the 70s didn't look like hobos coming off the street. I just want to say that, okay? My thing is, with Starfire, as we all know, any comic book fan knows, and if you're just finding us here in the universe, and you don't know who Starfire is, she's a very sexualized character. That's a part of her character. Now, you okay, bud? Freaking me out here, bud. Now, we're not just talking like, you know, for the sake of the artist or for the sake of drawing it, or it, sure, that some of that's in there, okay, but her character, their race is a very sexualized race, okay, so it's normal for them. So, and I get that she may not understand certain customs here, and it's kind of a on again, off again gag with Starfire, that she's not totally familiar with all of our customs, which is normal and would be how it would be. You know, she's an alien coming to our planet. But one thing she does understand is her sexuality. So she would still be going to this party uber sexualized. Okay, and maybe people giving her the weird eye and like, what the hell, why is she wearing that? How dare she wear something like that in this day and age, or whatever, whatever. But this is a whole element that they're totally missing out, it seems like, on this trailer. And I'm just not feeling it. Her hair looks ridiculous. She's a pretty actress. I don't understand why they're making her look like a homeless version of Macy Gray. I just really don't understand that. And no disrespect to Macy Gray. Okay, I'm not a fan, but I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. That is what they're making her look like. And it's just not right for the character. Then we got Beast Boy, who does look like he is going to at least have the green tinted skin. Not feeling the costume. I don't care if it's a civilian clothes. And I guarantee you, just like every other superhero show, we spend some time before they figure out what they're actually going to be wearing in terms of a costume. So to still just be setting up your characters to look like this, it just looks ridiculous. Especially if they're in a world and in a universe where Robin dresses like Robin, and Hawk and Dove dress like Hawk and Dove. Like, if they're in cool costumes, then they should be getting theirs real quick. They shouldn't be going through half the show look like that. And then we got Raven, who, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be, you know, sexist or chauvinistic pig or anything to that nature. I wasn't sure if it was a female or a male character playing Raven. I really wasn't. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. You should be able to tell that, hey, that's Raven. Like, I shouldn't have to tell people. And speaking of Raven, okay, there's another thing that I don't know if anyone else has noticed and no one else I've seen talk about, and it actually kind of bugs me. I think this team should be called Birds of Prey. Now, I understand the Birds of Prey generally deal with the majority of the group being female, okay, but why are there so many bird-themed characters on this show? What were they thinking? There's so many young heroes they could have gone with, okay, for this show. And they chose Hawk and Dove. They chose Raven, Robin, and Beast Boy, who you know at some point will turn into a bird on top of that. Now, it's just absolutely weird to me that they didn't see that and then no one thought of that. Or maybe they didn't. They go, oh, this sounds cool. No, it doesn't. Seems kind of weird and dumb, childish, wonky. And clearly you're not going for the childish route, so why would you do that? So that's just another slight pet peeve, but I'm not going to let that deter me. Now, Robin. I saved the best for last here. With Robin, looks great. Although at some points in time, he looks like the actor that plays Flash in the CW show. Like when he's in his white shirt and she's talking to him, or Raven's talking to him. He kind of looked like him for a split second. I was like, what the hell? But clearly it wasn't. I know it wasn't. It was just my mind playing tricks on me. But yeah, Robin. Why does he seem like he's more of a take on Jason Todd more so than any other Robin? This is supposed to be Dick Grayson. And his basically showing his progression into Nightwing. And we all understand that Robin got a little deterred and a little upset with Batman. Just tired of him treating him like a kid, not looking at him as a partner, you know, just kind of interfering and always telling him what to do. Even he's clearly has outgrown some of the teachings, if you will, of Batman up until that point. And this is how he transitions into kind of being Nightwing. Never is he just truly like, pardon the expression, but fuck Batman. Like he never really got to that actual point, because he understands that Batman really did save his life, and Batman really did help him not become his own worst enemy, and really did train him to become this great character and allowed him to help many other people. So he never truly was like that, if you will. But I get it, you want to be dark and gritty and you want to show we mean business, and okay, fine. As cheesy as that was, people want to totally just kill the Inhumans when there was some good in that show, okay? But everyone just turned a blind eye, and some people are like, oh, this looks great. No, this looks like crap, okay? And then Robin stabs a dude in the neck, turns the gun on people, starts shooting people, and then steps on a dude's neck and breaks his neck. Now, some people are arguing that he broke his jaw, and I say, no, clearly they're showing you breaking his neck. And once you're a murderer, you're a murderer. Batman would be after this guy at this point. Like, he created a murderer. Unless Batman is killing in this universe too, and then I'm just like, do they not understand their own characters? Why is it so difficult, DC? Why? You have dark and gritty in the comics, okay, but Batman and Robin don't kill people. What the hell? Why is it so difficult to understand? And it's not just them, it's all of comics. Why does the bad guy have to die? He doesn't have to die. Okay? He doesn't have to die. Alright? And it's just absolutely frustrating and infuriating that this is the route that chose to go with this show. And then they have the nerve, the audacity, and the gall to just ask us for $75 up front for this streaming service. That's right. It's $75, comes out to like $6 and change a month, but they want you to pay upfront so you don't just get the 3 months for free or anything to that nature and just watch the one show you want and then cancel. They want you to pay upfront, I've heard. $75 upfront, and this is what you're leading with? You gotta be freaking kidding me. Like, seriously? Like, this was not worth $75. It wasn't even worth $25, okay? And I'm just being real. I'm not being a hater on DC. I want my genre, superheroes, science fiction, all of that jazz to succeed. I don't want movies, shows, or any of that to fail. I want my brand, if you will, to continue. Because this is what me and my team and me and my friends, this is what we like. This is what entertains us. And this is what you're giving us. Who is this for? The general audience? The general audience, listen, still to this day, more people probably think of Robin in his little shorts and his little green booties, okay, running around from the 1960s campy Robin. I guarantee you that's what most people's vision of Robin is. Followed by that, I would say the Batman the Animated Series, okay? That's the next version. From there, I would have to say the comic books, okay? So any of those versions of Dick Grayson that you know is not a killer. He's not. DC, make that a nightmare scene or something. Please make that something that's not legit. Okay, find a way to mask that over. Because you're really going to turn off a lot of your hardcore audience. Okay, and as much as all of these companies seem to disdain their hardcore audience, it's us who have gotten you to this point. It is us that truly is the reason why you succeed. And it is us who the people who have no idea what the freak you're doing come running to so that we can kind of explain it to them. Okay, and we're getting tired of trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay, and try to explain how the character should be opposed to what they're seeing. Okay, and then you have all this jazz talking about, you know, multiple Jokers, and now it looks like we're getting multiple Harleys. And I'm just like, this is just ridiculous. It needs to stop. Continuity does matter whether you think it does or doesn't. Okay? And if you're going to have Elseworld stories, that's fine. It needs to be its own label, and it needs to be specifically told. We need to understand this type of stuff. Okay? It can't just be assumed. Anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on the Titan trailer. I was very unhappy with it. I'm hopeful because the previous incarnation of the Ninja Turtles has taught me, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, has taught me just because it looks weird, it isn't how I grew up watching it, and it isn't how I generally view them, okay, doesn't mean it's going to be bad, because that turned out to be one of the greatest shows I ever watched in my life. So I'm very open to it. Anyway, Universe, don't forget to like and share and subscribe on the video. Liking this video and all of our videos really does help us know, it helps us in more ways than you can imagine. It lets us know, A, if what we're doing you're liking, If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down so we know not to do these type of things. Let us know in the comments below. You know, if you have ideas, if you want us to cover something in particular, if you want to know any one of the three of us, our thoughts on a particular topic, if you want all of our thoughts on a particular topic, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like that video because it also helps us show up on YouTube's radar. Without those thumbs ups, we are going to get buried and buried and buried under tons and tons and tons of other videos. And just the general audience and other people who might enjoy our product will never find it because of that. And of course, it does help us on our end as we're trying to grow and expand and do more innovative things and more, you know, things for you guys. All right, guys? So don't forget to do that for us. And until next time, we'll see you in the universe. Peace.